money I got on the.
Hey, what's up, nation? How you guys doing today? I'm just coming on here. I just got out of the shower. I'm about to go buy some more fish for my fish tank. I'm a college student. I look like crap. This isn't even the hat I'm gonna be wearing. I just threw this on. I'm a UNC fan, so I guess that's what we do. But I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys, Football Fridays. This is what I do on Fridays. We talk about football. We only talk about NFL though. I'm not gonna be talking about the draft yet. Normally I do that during the week. Normally I do it like draft day Mondays or something like that. I'm trying to decide what I want to do for each day. But today we're going to talk about the NFC East. I'm going to start with one of the divisions that I think is probably going to be the toughest one to be the champion of. Right now I think it is the New York Giants obviously are on top, followed by the Dallas Cowboys and Washington at the bottom. I think the Eagles are once again, for the second year in a row now, the dark horse, the team that everybody thinks will either be extremely good or halfway decent. By halfway decent, I mean 500, maybe 9-7. I definitely believe that the Eagles have a chance. I just saw on NFL that Andy Reid has said now that they are shopping and trying to figure out if they can, or who they can get for Kevin Kolb. I'm hoping that we can get a first round pick, maybe a first and a third. I know that many teams are definitely looking for a quarterback. I mean, my God, look at some of the teams that finished at the bottom half of the league last year, especially teams like the Seattle Seahawks and a couple other teams like that. I know also they had said a couple weeks ago that Chicago was shopping for a quarterback as well. Hopefully they can do something. I guess they want to maybe do something with Jay Cutler where they give him some fight, so maybe he'll actually produce better than he did last year. But who knows what's going to happen with that. Let's start with the Eagles real quick. The Eagles obviously have a lot of players that are coming back from injury. That's why they are considered the dark horse again. You got the two biggest ones in Nate Allen and Brandon Graham. We're going to need them to produce at a very high level. Our young players are going to have to produce once again at a high level. I'm not going to even have to say anything about Jeremy Maclin and Deshaun Jackson. I mean, we already know how great they are and how great they can be. Let's just hope they continue to up their game and become better. The next thing I want to talk about is Kurt Coleman. He is a safety. He plays the same position as Nate Allen, obviously, so it's weird to have two players that I'm going to be talking about in succession saying that they're going to need to have a big year. However, I think we're going to have to really look at seeing if we can get Kurt Coleman to play both safety positions, free and strong. That will also give us some more leeway on Quentin Michael, who is going to be, or maybe going to be, I don't even know at this point, a free agent once the CBA is signed. If the CBA is signed, what it entails, who knows what's going to happen with that. However, we just have to worry about the one big thing, which is going to be injuries. Every year there's always injuries. Joe Banner and Howie Roseman have done a great job, fantastic job of keeping our team in stock with great players and good talents to fill in for short term or long term, like what happened last year. It's just going to have to really depend on our defense. Our offense is set up. We got almost every player coming back. We got Jamal Jackson coming back from injury. Whether or not he plays center or we try to figure out if he can play a guard position, who knows what's going to happen with that. I think Jamal Jackson has a skill set to be a right guard. With Michael Vick in there, he'll be covering half of his blind side. So it's a tough position to switch to. However, I think he's easily got the skill set and the raw talent to be able to switch to guard. And we keep Mike McGlynn, who has made great strides and great progress this year, at center. I think he's a very good center and a rising star in the league. What everybody keeps talking about is Jason Peters switching to right side so that he can cover the blind side. I don't think we need to do that kind of drastic measure just yet. I think Austin Howard is a great player. I mean, he's what, 6'6", 6'7". I'm not totally sure, but he's a tall guy. He's extremely hefty, but very quick with his feet. He's able to pull on trap plays, and on sweep plays. He's able to get around that outside and block well. But we gotta pull him out, help him out. He was an undrafted free agent that we picked up, and we're gonna have to figure out a way to get him some game time experience. So we're not gonna have to really worry about the Eagles too much until that CBA signed with Asamuga and a couple other people on that free agency wire. I know the Eagles are obviously going to go very strong for a cornerback and hopefully a backup quarterback if they are going to get rid of Kolb. The reason why I say the Giants are such a great team and can fill out well is because year in and year out they kind of exceed expectations. Eli Manning is not a great quarterback, but they do have two great running backs that are able to take the load off of them, along with a couple good wide receivers. They're not a great team. They're not overly powerful. They're not star-studded. They're just one of those really accurate teams that year in and year out stay around 10-6, 9-7 type of records, and they're always very dangerous in the playoffs. Then you got the Cowboys, who are on a downhill decline, because Jerry Jones cares more about paying money on his beautiful stadium and getting things there than actually worrying about paying for his team and figuring out and not using all of his time to figure out what he can make more money on. So they're just going to have to worry about getting some new talent instead of getting the highest paying player, because it's not going to help. I mean, Terrell Owens obviously was a big bust there for the last year he was there, and broke up that whole group. But after that, we just got the Washington Redskins, which who knows what's going to happen with them, and we don't have to worry about anything with the Washington Redskins, because every year they're going to be under 500. So until they get a quarterback and a good passing game, there's nothing they can do. Let's just see what they want to do with Albert Haynesworth, whether or not they're going to keep him or not. So, that's my Football Friday NFC East thinking, and I'll keep you guys posted on if there's anything new that's coming up.